second video of my YouTube channel. So back on my TikTok, I made a pair of roller skates into Shadow's shoes from Sonic, because I've been super into Sonic since my friend got me into it, and I made some Shadow regular shoes for my friend. And since I made them into roller skates, I decided to make my boyfriend a pair and make them look like Sonic shoes. And since TikTok's been banned, come with me on YouTube. Here are the roller skates. I just have to unbox them and start painting them. Alright, first off, I'd like to say, my voice is shot. It just randomly decided to stop working, so I sound really gravelly. But this is my skate. The other one is behind the camera, but this is my Shadow air shoe skates. So let's open up my boyfriend's skates. And I say that, and then I can't find my X-Acto knife, but I found it. Alright, but it's falling out. Now these are the exact same skates as mine. Whoa. Okay. They should just be slightly bigger than mine, because he has slightly bigger feet than mine. But here we go. Here's the boot. Ooh, these. Why these don't roll? They're so tough. What the heck? Oh, look at this. This is barely moving. Y'all, look at mine. Mine rolled like this right out of the box. Wait, now I think I have to look up how to fix this. Right, I fixed it. Turns out all I needed to do was loosen them. But like I said, I didn't have to loosen mine, so I'm not sure. But I'm just going to remove the laces, and I'm going to do all this to the second shoe, and then I will start painting. Alright, I have them both ready to roll, and now it's time to paint. Now, for mine, because I use apple barrel paint, which is a really good paint, by the way, but the mat cracks really easy. Like, anytime you bend it, it'll crack. So my solution was to mix this metallic white artist slough that I have and the fabric paint that I originally got to paint the shoes, because this is really opaque. Like, genuinely, it would take literally 50 coats to cover it, and it's really tacky. So you have to mix just enough of this to where it's not tacky, but still super flexible. So, yeah. I just need to find some sort of container to mix it in now. Right. I ended up cutting the bottom of a plastic cup down. Now, this is my open one. Yeah, it is. So, I'm actually going to put this in first, and really quickly I have to look up at my light to see how much I have. So, we're just gonna... And mind you, I'm just going to cover this when I'm done with it, so I'm not, like, wasting a crap ton of paint, because I am a broke person. I cannot afford to waste paint, even if I think this costed me, like, $2. So, here is the cup. So, I'm so sorry if this is awkward. I'm used to making TikToks, which are these really short videos that... Why am I explaining it like nobody knows what TikTok is? You know what TikTok is. Anyways, I'm used to making TikToks, which are, like, I set up the timer, I record, like, 2 seconds of it, I move on. So I'm probably going to be very awkward in doing this. This is also the first crafting video I've ever done on my YouTube channel. And yeah, Alright, there is one container empty. And also, if I'm gonna edit it out, of course, but if I just, like, look over to the side, I'm watching SpongeBob right now. But we're gonna mix it together. That was really weird of me, but, yes. Listen, if you're watching me, by the way, if you see me look randomly anywhere, it is because there is, in fact, a gnat problem in my house right now, and they like to hang around me. Like, genuinely, nothing in my craft area smells. Like, there is nothing rotting back here, but these guys are acting like it. Like, genuinely, nobody in my house knows where these things are coming from, and there's 3 of us. Alright, ooh, my drink. So that's just Dr. Pepper in a Starbucks container. This is my paintbrush. This is personally my favorite paintbrush. Do I know where I got it? No. Do I know where I got most of my art supplies? No. Now, because Sonic's shoes are primarily red, I'm just gonna paint the whole thing white. Like, genuinely, whole thing's gonna be white. I need more white paint. This is too opaque. dry, one coat is on, and now I just gotta wait for the coats to dry. Alright, I put a second coat on the boots, and I am going to go to bed, so there's my little way of keeping the paint nice and moist, I don't know, not dried out. And yeah, there are my cats. Yes, they are sleeping on my work desk. I cannot do anything about that. But yeah, see you guys in the morning. Hi, so I said I would see you guys in the morning. It's actually been like 3 weeks. I have not had the time to film, but I just did the lines for the shoes because now I'm going to exclusively be painting this middle part white and the rest of it red. So yeah, and also I am going on a cruise in like 4 days, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to get much done to these shoes, but I wanted to do what I can with the little time I have left. Alright, I have the white part of these skates done, so now it's time to start working on the red. So I am now working on the buckles because we are making these modern Sonic shoes, not the original 90s Sonic, which have buckles. So I am just, if you can hear stuff moving in the background, please ignore that. Those are my cats. They're kittens, and they have reached the age in which they're playing and tearing everything up, which is also why my desk looks a mess. But anyways, so I am currently cutting the square out of these, and I'm going to cover these in paper. I'm winging it here. I've never made anything like this, and much like many of my crafts, I'm entirely winging it because that's pretty much what crafting is. Alright, so I have the buckles done. The backs kind of look like that, but you're not going to be able to see them. Here's what it's going to look like when it is actually on the shoe. Please ignore the mess. Once again, my cats were up on the desk, and they wreak havoc wherever they go. But they're a little big compared to the buckles on Sonic, or small compared to the buckles. So I'm thinking I'm maybe going to go in with the red and maybe take a little bit of this white off on both shoes. But yeah, let's start painting the red on, I guess. Alright, so I just got back from my cruise yesterday, and I am officially back home, which means it's time to finish the Sonic skates. So as of right now, I just have to add a couple more coats of red. That's kind of looking like the Canada flag. Well, that's something. And add the buckles, which will go on the side. Here are the buckles. I just made those before I left. So yeah, it's really just finishing touches, and then ooh, I get to put it together, and then we get to see my boyfriend in them. I think it's gonna be really fun. Alright, the buckles are done. The shoes are pretty much done. I just need to take those out, spray paint them, and then put the clear coat on these, and yeah, the shoes are gonna be done. Alright, I'm just gluing this down, and then this shoe will be done. And I have to pretty much sit here and hold it for like an hour, so wish me luck.